So tomorrow will be a week post my fourth chemo treatment or cycle. As you can see, my skin isn't doing too well from the treatments. I have officially lost my eyebrows and I have gained 12 pounds since the start of this journey. So I am literally 200 pounds now. And I'm 5'9", so the weight is starting to show now. um, my teeth still look pretty nice. Apparently, some people lose their teeth. We're just gonna pray for strength that doesn't happen. I have 2 more cycles to go. This past week has been harder than, well, the one before this was pretty hard, but it seems like it's just getting harder and harder the more treatments I take on because the first night when I got home from my chemo treatment on Tuesday, I pretty much collapsed and I couldn't walk on my own. I was not even nauseous, but I was just like in physical pain in my abdomen area. I don't know why. It's not like anything I had felt previously, so I wasn't prepared. Kind of knocked the wind out of me. My mom was concerned. She started praying for me, and I just literally, I think I just took a Zofran and put a mint in my mouth, which I have one right in right now, one of these lifesavers. My friend bought for me, but I got those tummy drops and I took one of that, put that in my mouth after taking a Zofran, and I literally was just like laying here, just like crying, praying for sleep to come. It was so bad. I think I also took 2 Tylenol. Like I just took everything I think that night, just hoping for relief. Um, the thing is, relief did come. I fell asleep. And then I did wake up throughout the night with nausea. So even though I took the Zofran, I woke up feeling like I was gonna throw up or like I had acid reflux or something, even though I hadn't eaten really that day. After that, the day after was smooth. It's like the morning reset, and I felt like I was okay. And I was like crushing my ticket queue at work. Because if you don't know, I'm an IT, so I was just like ITing to the best of my ability, holding down the fort. And then I even felt good enough to take phone calls. Like, didn't feel too shortness of breath until maybe around like noon. And then I stopped working at 5:30. I usually work 8 to 4, but I worked a little bit longer to kind of just pick up the slack for my team. And I just like went downhill from there. You never think you're doing too much when you're just sitting on a laptop, answering tickets or responding to customers or the basic things you're just doing on the computer. But I guess like sitting upright and having to focus. And then, like I said, I did take some calls. I'm not sure what the combination was, but as soon as 5:30 hit, I was like, I physically cannot do anymore. And I was down. I was down, not even sleep down, but just like laying in bed, hoping and praying that I fall asleep because I just felt so out of it. Like I felt very disoriented. Like I said, shortness of breath came. Couldn't find my inhaler. I got to do better with that. Okay, it's downstairs. Oh God. Because I take it with me because I don't forget. Because the chemo brain is real. Like I'll forget the simplest things. And I don't want to forget that. But I've been forgetting where I put that inhaler too often recently. And I have been needing it with this past cycle. Like very, very often. Then, what happened? That was Wednesday. I struggled it out. No, Wednesday I think I actually was vomiting a lot. Or, retching. Nothing would come up. But that went on for like at least 15 minutes on and off throughout the evening. It was bad. Had trouble sleeping. Lots of hot flashes. Hot, cold, hot, cold. I also had to give myself the Z-Extenso shot that night. And I don't know, for some reason, my whole body started hurting um, abruptly too, like right before the shot. So, like, even just touching my abdomen where I normally would to give myself the shot physically hurt. I had to, like, I stuck myself with the injection. And before I could put it in, it just like started hurting so bad, I just pulled it out. So I know you're not supposed to do that, but then I had to stick it back in in a different spot that hurt less, and then actually administer the Z extender on that. That injection is supposed to help boost my immunity from the chemo, basically killing my cells. So it's necessary. It's the most painful thing, even though the needle's like this big, super skinny. For some reason, the needle and the solution hurts like holy hell. And I don't know, like that night, my body was just not having it. And even when I injected myself with the solution, some of it squirted back out. I don't know, my body was just rejecting it. It was not having it. I had to like hold it down and just like I was like screaming in my mom's bathroom. She probably thought something crazy was happening. It was bad. That was a bad ordeal. And so I decided not to go ahead and like inject myself live anymore because I do know it's kind of triggering for people that, maybe have a past of addiction or something like that. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm still on the fence of actually removing the shots and just leaving maybe just the first initial ones. But um, the Thursday, I was able to work. I told my boss, I was like, hey, I'm going to sleep in because I feel crappy. And she was all for it. And that didn't happen because, every time, I think maybe every time I actually say, hey, I'm going to sleep in, my body says, you're a workaholic. You're not going to sleep in. And then I get up and then I start working. And then there's so much to do that I don't rest. And then I regret it. So that's what happened. And then I did have nursing class that evening, 6 to 8, which wasn't that bad. Um, Anatomy and Physiology 1. So I was just really tired. I just felt tired. My body physically hurt all over. And then Friday I had physical therapy. Body still hurting all over. I think that evening I tried to take the Tylenol and I set my alarm so I wouldn't forget to take it at 10 a.m. And then I was so wrapped up in working, I have a problem, wrapped up in working that my alarm went off and I dismissed it and didn't look at what the alarm was to take my medication. So I did not keep ahead of the pain. I was having a bad time. When I went to physical therapy, he tried to massage me and like make me feel better and do all these different things, and nothing he did actually worked. And then when I saw him today, he told me that his fingers were actually tired because my body was like just in one ball. So with that being said, I am better now. Well, at least my body feels better than it did on Friday. But yeah, it's just been really rough. And then I'm supposed to do a combined drill weekend this weekend with all these other people from the NOSC Marines as well. And all the Air Force is supposed to be on the base. And it's just like, I try to reschedule. It's not allowing me to reschedule online. I reached out to the phone number that's on Google. Apparently, it's some PS2 who doesn't answer his phone. I've met him in person a few times, but every time I meet him, he acts as if he's never met me. So I'm probably going to have to go on base to physically have them reschedule my drill because for some reason it's not happening. So that's just another thing I have to think about because of being immunocompromised, of course. I don't want to be around anyone. I'm also very self-conscious. Yeah, I record these videos, but then it's like at least I have the opportunity to kind of do some kind of editing. You know, I look terrible. I feel terrible. Don't feel attractive. I don't feel happy. I don't. I literally Googled today. What was it? I Googled how to make yourself happy while going through chemo. Because I just sat there and realized, like sitting on my sister's couch, and I was just like, I don't feel happy anymore. I just don't, I can't do the things I want to do. I just feel so limited. I feel tired all the time. I actually went in the pool today, my sister's house, because like I said, with this, after weighing myself and seeing how much I weighed, I was like, no, like, I need to try to move my body. And I know, like, from when I was pregnant, they always wanted us to do aquatics because, we felt more weightless in the water. We could do more, exercise more, move all of our muscles. So I was like, hey, can I come use your pool? I went in her pool, actually swam around. But that was too much for me because when I got out of the pool, I was like gasping for air. My body hurt. Of course it hurt. I was working out, but like I just felt my lungs just like can't do it. The chemo is just like my lungs just don't have the capacity. And that was like it's really hard for me because I was never a runner before, but like I always wanted to be a runner. My mom used to run like and that's what she's known for in the island. She's like the runner. And my sister's super athletic and all I did was ever play basketball and weightlifting and volleyball and I'm not as athletic. I played basketball, but I sucked at it, okay? So, I wanted to actually run. I wanted to be good at running eventually. I wanted to run a marathon, like those triathlon people eventually, just something to see like my limits and do for myself. And now it's just like, I'm gonna like literally be like Velma, searching for my inhaler instead of my glasses all the time. And I also found out that the Susan G. Komen Walk for the Cure is happening this, the end of September, and I want to sign up for it. But then, like, again, with my lungs, and I'm trying to see where that places me in that event. Like, because they actually did donate $500 to financial assistance to helping me with a bill. So I feel like it's only right that I do my part to help raise funds for others that are going through this and can use the financial assistance as well. I need to figure this out. I need to, I need help. But yeah, that just sums up what this past week has been like for me. Sorry if it was a bit lengthy, but at least you got the full rundown of emotions and pain, physical ailment, side effects that I've experienced with it. Oh, and my work family has been dropping me off at my chemo appointment. So the second appointment was dropped off by my supervisor, Cecilia. And then it was Jenny. She was a great friend. She dropped me off. And then also this past time it was Sean, Cecilia's boss. So my boss. And so it's just really nice to see the AccuShield family making such a great effort to still be there for me and make me feel like I matter in the great scheme of things. Even though they have their own lives and things going on, they still think of me and still, try to be there for me. So I really appreciate you guys, and I just wanted to say thank you. Have a great night.